Vlog number 2 in English, yeah. So, okay, I need to get back into the mood of talking in English because this is not what I'm used to. Oh my god, yes. I'm gonna just change the lights because you can't really see them. There we go. Okay, guys, so, second video in English. You seem to like the last one a lot, more than I expected. So here's another one. I'm just going to talk about like stuff I used to like when I visited England with my family when I was younger, things I miss from England by living in Spain, stuff like that. But one thing that struck out to me from the last video was most of the comments were saying that my voice is different in English than in Spanish. And I get what you're saying, but I don't know why. I have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm talking slower. Maybe it's because I have two different voices. I don't understand, but I do get what you're saying. It's like deeper, like literally no clue why that happens. En plan, igual si hablo en español también puedo hablar con esta voz, pero no estoy acostumbrado. I really don't know. Maybe I'm just used to talking in a different way. And I'm going to try and talk slow again, because sometimes when I get too excited, I will talk quite fast. And we're just going to have like a little relaxed conversation about things that I used to like from England when I visited it. Because going to England for me was quite special when I was younger. I definitely thought I was going to end up living there when I was younger. Because I loved the lifestyle, and I guess I got the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana. Like when I visited England, I only got the good things of England. What I mean is that I'd probably just take in all the good things and ignore the sort of shitty things like the weather or the prices sometimes. Okay, so things that I used to love about going to England to visit my family. Let's start with rugs. Carpets on the floor. It might sound like something stupid, but I really like that. I get why we don't have it in Spain, because it's too hot, obviously, to have something warm on your feet. But I just love it just makes you feel so at home. And the tradition of like taking your shoes off before going into someone's house. And I don't know, everything is just so soft, and it's just really nice. It's nice. I mean, not everyone has it, but normally there's some parts of the house in every British house that will have carpet on the floor. And to be honest, some Spanish houses have them as well, but it's not what you normally get. Well, at least what I know. Something else that I really liked. Okay, let's talk about food. I know British food is not famous for being especially good, well known for being great. But hear me out. There are some things that I really enjoy, and when I was younger, especially sweets, because they are different to the ones that we get here in Spain. And there were these like cups called pick and mix, where you could literally just pick and mix lots of different types of sweets and put them inside a cup, and it would be like a standard price. So you could basically put all the sweets that you could fit into it. So we'd basically stuff the cup with all the sweets we could. To the top was like you couldn't even fit it on. Got my dad to help us to push it in and put some more sweets in, because the sweets were different to the ones here in Spain. Also like chocolate bars, and I don't know, they had more interesting stuff. I think nowadays there is more variety here in Spain, but back then it was so much more exciting in England. I also really like going because, well, my grandparents used to live there, and the food we ate at their house, although it had lots of vegetables and things that we didn't eat here in Spain, I really liked the whole English experience and the English meals and the roast dinners, and especially the puddings. English desserts are the best, and you don't get them in Spain. You don't really have dessert a lot of times here in Spain. Like in England, there are so many options. Like there's puddings, cakes, crumbles, apple crumble, steam pudding, scones, tea cakes, hot cross buns, so many options, pastries. You probably, if you've never lived there, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But believe me that I wish there was a bigger dessert tradition here in Spain. I'm getting hungry now. The one thing I didn't like about going to my grandparents' house was eating some of the vegetables, like I hated leek or Brussels sprouts. But it was quite cool going to their house, because like they'd have tea time, like dinner, nighttime meal at 5:45 in the afternoon. That's the last meal of the day, and that's when you would have the big meal. At lunchtime you'd only have like some bread and some spreads, like with jam or ham or cheese, but nothing too big. Yeah, that was fun. Also at their house, like my grandparents or my cousins or whoever's house, we used to watch English telly, because English programs are so different to Spanish ones. Like just the humour, like British humour is so different to what you get here in Spain. I wouldn't know how to say how it is different, but For me, it's funnier, hilarious sometimes. You know, there's some play on words where a word will have two meanings, and they'd play with that, and that somehow is funny to me, and you don't get that here in Spain. And in the telly, something else that was very surprising to us was the adverts on television, like the amount of time of adverts, because here in Spain, you'd be watching a program, and it'll go to adverts, and it'll be 15 minutes of adverts, and in England, it's no more than 2 minutes at most, or 3, and I used to love that, because it means you don't forget about what you're watching, because here in Spain sometimes you're watching this film, you have 50 minutes of adverts and it comes back and you're like, oh, I can't remember that I was watching this film. Apart from English programs and comedies, we used to watch like original series like Agatha Christie, Poirot and things like that, like really organic television, and I used to enjoy that a lot. And sometimes my grandparents used to record some like VHS or DVD these shows, or when we were really small it would be like the Teletubbies or Winnie the Pooh and things like that, but all of them in English so we could watch them in Spain, because back then the television didn't have the option of putting it in English as well. Nowadays you can do that. What else? Music, books and films are usually a lot cheaper over there in the UK. So when we went, we used to come back with CDs of our favourite artists, because it was so cheap. It was like offers of 3 for the price of 1 or 2 for £5. So in the end you'd be paying a lot less, like maybe for the price of 1 CD here in Spain you'd get 4 over there. So yeah, that makes it more interesting to support your artists. So now in the lounge of my house I've got a collection of CDs, quite a decent amount of CDs, and I'd say all of them or nearly all of them have been bought in the UK. Okay, so now let's fast forward to nowadays. Like, what do I miss right now from the UK, and what am I looking forward to when I go to visit my parents and stuff? And I'd say mostly clothes shops, because here in Spain I get very frustrated when I go to buy clothes, and over there I don't think there's more options, but it's just like a different style, and I think it's more what I'm looking for to wear. And also thrift shops are really cool and a lot cheaper than here in Spain. I also miss quite a lot of food, especially hot crisp buns, which are these like little cakey things which you slice in half and you put in the toaster, then put some margarine on, and they are so good. Also parsnips, it's a vegetable which you don't get here in Spain. I think it's called chirivia here in Spain, but no one knows what it is, which you roast it in the oven, and it's like a mixture between a carrot and a potato, or a sweet potato, and it's so good. I also miss Indian food, although you do get it here in Spain, but it's so good over there. And also puddings, but I already said that. And by puddings, I don't mean what in Spanish you understand by un pudding. Pudding is not that. Pudding is just the variety of things you have after your main meal, like the dessert. Dessert is pudding for me. Anyway, it's very late and I need to go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if it's been too long. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be too short or too long. I think I'm talking a lot faster than in the last video because I'm more comfortable. I hope you understood everything. Tell me if you want more videos in English, and tell me what do you want me to talk about in English, because I don't mind doing more videos, but I need to know what you want me to talk about. And this video had no type of structure, so I feel like it was all over the place, but I'm not going to do it again. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you want more, please tell me, and tell me what to talk about. What do you want to hear in English? Okay, bye!